welcome to episode 18 of Forever Everton. You've probably already noticed I'm not in the picture, which is a good thing. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know I've had one or two health issues recently. I am recovering, but I still look horrible, and I mean more horrible than I look normally. So I've decided to spare you my ashen face, and instead, as you see here, this is actually a screenshot from where we were after 7 games in. As you know, the first episode we were only 2 games in, and it was a win over Tottenham and then a draw with Norwich. Well, after 7 games, look where we were in 17th. It was what you might call a bit of a bum twitcher. I thought my job might be under threat. Good news is we managed to turn things around. So yeah, as we come in now and actually see where we are after 17 games, 10 further games, we're actually up to 5th, which is, you know, quite the improvement, and I think probably the highest I've been with Everton since I was their manager, if you will. So it's good to do that. We'll have a quick look at the fixtures so you can see how we've done. Like I say, first episode, you saw us lose to Brighton, which was awful. We managed to beat Plymouth in the Cup. Then we lost to Liverpool. Then we lost to Leicester. Then we beat Chelsea. But we lost to West Brom twice, both in the EFL Cup and then the Premier League. We then came back for a win against Fulham, and I think, and I'm just going to double check here, that this was where we changed back to the tactics we were using in the previous season, using the defensive midfielder, not the attacking midfielder, as I had planned to do, because it wasn't working. So yeah, nice 2-0 over Fulham was quite good. We lost 1-0 to City, but you know what? It wasn't actually a bad performance. John Joe Kenny, of course, product of the youth team, getting himself player of the match for that one. Yeah, it was Harry Kane for Man City, scoring a penalty on the 11th minute. And like I say, we didn't play too badly. We did quite well to sort of keep them out, if you know what I mean. Obviously, you know, they still tried their best to break us down, especially bearing in mind we were away at this point. But yeah, I was actually quite happy to only lose 1-0. So after that, we had the Crystal Palace game, which was a 2-2 draw. It was just exciting. It wasn't the best game ever, but it was quite exciting. It was nice for Presnel Kimpembe to score in the 75th minute. As you can see, we played really well. We did ever so well, but just not good enough to beat them. So, but yeah, it was exciting. We went 1-0 up. They brought it even. They went 2-1 up. We brought it even. And as you can see from the statistics, we both had 14 shots on, and they actually had more shots on target. So, you know, you could argue that we came away, you know, lucky there, I guess. But it was a good game. It was a good game. I don't know how Crystal Palace are doing. I apologise. It's been a couple of weeks since I actually looked. Oh, they're in 19th. Maybe should have beaten them then. Anyway, whoops. I still take the good result from that. Then we beat Cardiff 2-0 in the Premier League. That was a nice one. 2 goals from Moise Keane. He's been having a good season so far. He is our top scorer at the moment. Again, playing as inside forward out on the left. Bournemouth we beat 2-1. Watford we beat 2-0. Aston Villa we beat 2-0. And then we had 2 draws, which was 1-1 with Stoke and Arsenal. I always struggle against Stoke. I don't know what it is. Or I always notice struggling against Stoke. But yeah, they scored in the 2nd minute. We were awful. And then Richardson did get one in the 22nd minute. As you can see, we played quite well. Got a good few shots. And only one more on target than they did. But we couldn't break them down. Their defence played a little too well. And we only came away with a point. But going to the Arsenal game, however, that was pretty great. We did go 1-0 up. We did play well. Well, Richardson, maybe not quite so much. But Arsenal did equalise in the 57th minute, and we never really showed any, chance of beating that. But as you can see, they had a lot more shots and shots on than us. Well, I say a lot more. They had more, but not a massive amount, I guess. But bearing in mind that we were away from home, it's still, from my point of view, quite a decent result. Moving down the list, last game we had was West Ham, which was at home, and of course we won 1-0. I think West Ham are still doing quite well. They're up in 8th, They're below us now, but they've not been doing too bad. So, again, quite happy result, not disappointed. You know, again, fairly decent performance in terms of how people are doing. We don't really have a proper striker is part of the problem. I spent all my budget on Almada because I wanted to play an AMC, and then ended up not playing him as an AMC. So he's moved around a little bit. But in terms of our fixtures today, I actually already tweeted about this earlier. For some reason, you probably remember from last season, there was the Arsenal treble, which was I think was Arsenal away in the league, then Arsenal in the cup, and then Arsenal at home, sort of spread over. Well, this one is Manchester United this time, and with both Premier League games, with only a day in between them, no less. So we got Manchester United away on the 26th, who are top and current title holders, I might add. Then we got a day off, and then we're playing them again at home. So that's a lot of Manchester United, and I think I'm going to show you both games. So it will be a slightly longer episode this time, but let's see if we can come away some actual points. There's actually a couple of things I wanted to share with you before we get into the matches. I will probably heavily cut those matches as well, just to keep this episode short, otherwise we'll be here all year. Couple of things is that playing for set pieces has come to Everton, not necessarily in form of the tactics, but certainly in form of the training. As you know, my playing for set pieces series is based, it's a journeyman series, but it's based around bringing the whole playing for set pieces club philosophy, and it's kind of worked with Esberg, but like I say, I wanted to kind of try it out. It's like Everton gets to be a bit of a petri dish for trying things out, and so they have been playing with, or training with, the playing for set pieces schedule, and it's, it's doing all right. It's not doing badly at all. I haven't had too much in the way of injuries necessarily. Bearing in mind, I added this only at 7 games in, where we were, almost in the relegation zone, so it's quite nice. But the other thing to bear in mind as well is that the tactics I'm using is actually the Swindon tactics. I think I told you before that, or I think I suggested at least, that the Swindon tactics in Swindon Till I Die series have been working quite well. And as our tactics playing with the attacking midfielder hadn't been, I thought, you know what, let's try the Swindon tactics. And I have tweaked them, obviously, because we do have 1 or 2 roles that don't exist in League 2 for Swindon, including playing a false 9 more often than not. Oh, Simon's injured, I forgot. That's not going to help us. Party's injured as well. You don't want an injured Party. Yeah, we're going to be with Mr. Zaban as our first choice goalkeeper for the next 2 games against top place Manchester United, so that'll be nice. He might be alright. He might not be. We'll see. It's his first team games and starts, let alone sub appearances for the season. So pressure's on him. Let's see. He's going to be out between 8 days and 3 weeks. So poor old Unai Simon is not going to be back for a while. But yeah, so this is it. This is what we're playing. I am playing the Anchorman. The Anchorman as opposed to the deep line playmaker in that role, because Almendra is definitely playing better moving as a, advanced playmaker. And I actually, back at FM19, the deep line playmaker on defend in the defensive midfield role was tremendous. Really was tremendous. I don't feel like it's as strong as it used to be. But having used the Anchorman, which I was a big fan of in FM18, funnily enough, it's just, I don't know, it's making life a little bit better. So that's great news in that respect. But yeah, that's what we're doing. It's Swindon tactics at Everton and playing for set pieces at Everton, all rolled into one. So here we are at match day. I don't mean to be funny, but all this graphical bit in the background looks a bit different to how it did before last time I played. I guess there's been an update. It has been a couple of weeks since I've touched Football Manager, let alone looked at it, and I did see a couple of tweets out there at people's comments on how things have changed, but looks pretty, I guess. Looks awesome. That's a big old Man United stand. Yeah, so in goal we've got Liban, and it is making his debut, bless him. Wow. I wouldn't want to be in issues right now. Back four of Dean, Kimpembe, Holgate and Kenny. Defensive midfield, Berg. Central midfield, Davis and Almendra. Left wing, Keane. Right wing, Richardson. And up front, it's Anthony. Like I say, this is the first of the two Manchester United games. And, well, let's see how it goes. We are away for this leg, as it were. Not that it's a leg, but you know what I mean. And I think that, well, we're apparently expected to prove a point. Yeah, go on then. Everybody seems motivated, that'll do. I don't want to muck it around by adding anything else. Let's go to the kickoff. Everton in the blue, Manchester United in the red with the white shorts. And we will go. I still miss it. I still miss kickoff. I wish there was a thing you could click that allowed you to, and there doesn't appear to be one that allowed you to show the kickoff, because I like to see the kickoff. Gives me a couple of seconds to change it on to full match, and look at that, we're already 24 seconds in before I got to it, and we're at the Everton end apparently. So without further ado, oh, cleared. Keane puts it out wide, finds Richarlison. It's raining at Old Trafford. Come on, Richarlison. Oh. Got fouled by Lenglet. That's good. We forced a free kick. I actually don't know if we're on... Yeah, we are playing for set pieces. Because, you know, playing for set pieces. Kenny with a free kick. Everton keeping the ball. Nice wide one out to Keane. Keane dispossessed. This time it's Kimpembe. Shoves friend, apparently. Lindelof. For Man U. Ball forward. Finds Rashford. Kenny clears it. I had intended to replace Kenny this season, but I spent all that money on one player, all of which was a mistake. Well, it wasn't a mistake, he's a good player, but you know what I mean. I could have spent my money more wisely. Lucas Dean getting a yellow there. Maddison with a free kick for Man U. Rashford, he's highlighted as the main danger. Maddison blocked. I think, let's go to the press. Set of tactics. Lieben, whichever. Kimpembe. Ball forward to Keane. Keane keeps hold of it. Keane's a target for a lot of clubs. A lot of big clubs. Still is. I'm forever getting news about him joining Arsenal, joining Man United, joining Juventus. And I've come to the decision that this is not the last season, necessarily, but it will be if we don't make Europe. We must qualify for Europe this season, because it's pretty fair to say we will not keep any of these top players that I've managed to hold on to by the skin of my teeth so far. I'm going to move on to the defensive style of tactics, because crikey. Maddison with a free kick for Man U, and it comes to nothing. That's good. I know I should probably go on to key highlights soon. I just keep mucking around with the tactics. Lieben, the Holgate. He's now happy to stay at the club, as is Richarlison, which has shown in their sort of slight improvements of performances. Although Richarlison's still hit and miss. I maybe should consider taking a big money bid for him, even though I do really like the player. Because let's face it, Richarlison on a good day is a tremendous, tremendous player. So, oh my goodness. Lenglet for Man United. We're defending all right-ish. Will we better on press? Let's go back to control. Let's demand more. Free kick for Man U, and it's in! Oh my goodness. Tuan Zebi. Zebi? I can't remember. Tuan Zebi. Zebi. From Maddison. Well, stop mucking around with your tactics, Martin. That's what you're not supposed to be doing. Everton kick off. We're going key highlights. Come on, Keane. Oh, dispossessed. He's struggling to get past that guy, but he's trying. Dean. Almendra. Dean again. Getting himself a bit of space. Cross in. Anthony. Oh, straight at De Gea. Good effort. Throw in for Everton. Kenny to Richarlison. Kenny again with the cross. Oh, Almendra has a go. Just puts it narrowly over. That's a bit more like it. We've only had one shot, apparently. Holgate coming forward for Everton now. Richarlison. I feel like we got the power to make things happen, and part of that's Almendra's passing. He's pretty solid. Oh, ball forward, and Martial's one-on-one, and he scores. I don't know why I'm singing this or sounding so pleased about it, because defensive. So it's our backup keeper, bless him. And you know what else? I don't need to see that. I need to drop down the defensive line. If oh look, it's already standard. Let's go. Let's go a bit lower. Standard there. And they are going through the middle, so keep that on. Do I want to get stuck in? Yeah, stuff it. 2-0 down. 20 minutes in. Dean's been booked. Kenny with the throw in. Anthony. Kenny. Berg. In the box. Doesn't make anything happen. Kimpembe. Almendra. Davies. Davies, another product of the East team. He's been pretty solid. Berg puts it out wide to Dean. Dean again. Looking to get his cross in. And he does. And I think that was Almendra got another shot. Poor Laban's nervous. I'm going to just yell at him and tell him not to worry. There's no pressure, mate. Golovin for Man United. Chazia. Oh, Rashford scores. Crap, it's 3-0 and we're only 24 minutes in. Well, there's Hansen on the bench. Could he be worse? Who knows? Chazia. Under there to Rashford. 3-0 to Manchester United. Alright, I don't need to keep seeing it. Skip. So, oh, free kick. Dean. Nothing comes of it. Oh, he has another go though. Richarlison. Richarlison's still on it. Pulls it back. Cleared again. Only as far as Kenny. Come on, Everton. Davis to Dean. To Berg. Keane's edge of the box. Cross. Richarlison, no. Almendra. Berg now. Richarlison. I find sometimes with Richarlison that if he keeps trying and doesn't get a lot of luck with it, his performance level drops and he disappears out of the game. So hopefully that will not happen this time. Kenny. Berg. Almendra. Kenny again. Finds Keane. Manchester United 3. Everton 1. We've pulled 1 back. Apparently Laban is still nervous. Did I say calm down? Or did I say no pressure? That's what I should have said to him, shouldn't I? There's no pressure. It's chill. There you go. That's not bad. Well done. Free kick for Man U. Still 35 minutes. Rashford. Oh, Martial scores. 4-1. We're getting creamed. Yeah, you know what? Sorry, old son. Hansen's going to have to come in and hope for his sake that he does better. Okay, Berg. Everton kick off. Let's get another. I'd like to see a 4-2. I'd like to see a 4-4. That'd be awesome. We're not going to see it. But still. Alright, well. I'm going to demand more. Holgate's a bit pressured, but that's fine. All right, well, it's half-time. Manchester United 4. Everton only 1, but I like that we've got 3 out of 4 shots on. That's not bad. And John Joe Kenny won back possession more than any other player on his team. Sanderberg's got a 100% pass completion ratio. These are all positives. We are still 4-1 down, however. Dressing room. Daniele Russo, my assistant manager, says, tell the team they're expected to prove a point. All right, well, let's do it then. Prove a point. Ooh, defensively we're crap though, weren't we? Defense. Aggressive. No, passionately. You weren't a bad, but I believe you can improve. You're actually tripe. Holgate. Even Kimpembe's not having a good game. What the hell? I think that's so far Kimpembe's first ever not very good game. Midfield looks solid-ish. Well, Anthony. Oh, Anthony. Keane. He's doing all right. Yeah, go on then. You weren't that bad. And you weren't that bad. Let's see how that goes. I'm just want to... Let's take Holgate off. That's the first thing. And we're going to bring on... do we bring on Abraham? Or do we bring on Adaraboyo? Boyoyo. Him. Boyoyo. Adaraboyo. Adaraboyo. He's on cover. Let's just have him on defend. I've been playing the cover more because Kimpembe as a stopper's brilliant, but he loves to get further forward. And I'm just going to check. I've got a funny feeling. Refrains are taken. Okay. For some reason, I thought that he had gets forward one of the possible trait. Or does he, anyway, doesn't really matter. Who else? Anthony's coming off for Thiago Almada. And we're going to keep him as a false 9. Alright, start the second half. I've just made all 3 substitutions. Not smart, but we are 4-1 down. So, throw in for Manchester United. But only as far as Kimpembe. Hansen, since he started, is not letting a goal. I realise that's not many minutes. Kimpembe on the ball. As you can see, loves to get forward. Dean, Kimpembe. Kimpembe finds Almada. Keane in support. Little through ball we seeing? No. I don't know what that was. Other than rubbish. Oh, crikey. Well, Hansen saved it. And Martial has 4 goals, does he? Yikes. Brilliant counter-attack from Man U. And there he is. Good effort, Hansen. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know what to say, really. Get creative. Want to try that? Can we have another? Oh. We're back at the Everton end. Adara Boyoyo passes it to Chiesa. And now we're going to see if Tom Davies just gave away a penalty, which he did. Well done, Tom. Rashford. Oh, Almada. Hansen, sorry. Crikey. Hansen with the save. Only to give away a corner. Maddison. Into the middle. Chiesa. Oh, goodness gracious. 6-1. Yeah, Maddison puts it in. Adara Bayoyo with the not clearance, and Chiesa gets his 12th goal of the season. Well, we're tripe, aren't we? Aren't we awful? I don't know what to say. You know what? Let's muck around. Let's go press in and let's go on attack. Woohoo! Scare them. It's probably a bit late in the game to scare them, but Lucas Dean on the ball. Ball up front for Richarlison. He's not had a great game either, has he? Bless him. In the end, Martial 1-on-1. Adara Bayoyo cleared it. Oh, Kimpembe. He's injured. What? Knee ligaments. Take him off. Ugh. Almada. Dean. Keane. Dean. Chiesa. Oh, and there was our only central defender. Yeah. Should have thought about that, shouldn't I, really? I forgot. Into the middle we come. Defend. Defend and yeah, Savio as a stopper, why not? Richarlison on the wing for Everton. And yeah, there you go. I should have made those changes. Throw in for Man U. Oh, Davies clears it as far as Almada. He's on a run forward. Tries to put a ball in front of Richarlison. To be or not to be, not to be. Let's see if Manchester United can get an 8th goal against us. They got a free kick. Oh, Everton. Davies getting sent off? Yes. Look at that. 3 at the back, 1 in... Oh. Oh. Let's go. What changes are there to make? Let's just go. It's done. It's done. It's over. Are we going to keep that goal out? Well, what an absolutely rubbish match to have to show you. Manchester United 7, Everton 1. If I don't get the sack, I'd be surprised. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Let's go to the dressing room. Tell the boys that their efforts were excellent. Are you mad? I am far from pleased with that result. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you this quickly before we go into the next match. Humiliation for Everton. Suffered a 7-1 hammering against Manchester United. Oh my lordy. It was pretty much horrible, wasn't it? Good news is we got them again. This time we're at home. Perhaps we can not lose. That's all I want. That's all I want. Not losing. That's all. Yeah, and then there's this. That's our unbeaten run come to an abrupt end, and it was a decent unbeaten run, I'll tell you. I was very happy with it, but yeah, that's one way to end it. The thing I wanted to talk, I think I started, I don't think I got my point across because the game got a bit crazy, was that this is obviously the season 3 that you, the people, helped me decide as to have, and even though the 7 games in where we're at 17th, I thought maybe this was definitely going to be the last season, and the plan is basically is that we need to make it into Europe this season. And if we do, there will be a season 4, because obviously I haven't had any European football yet with Everton. We've got a strongish side, though apparently we lack depth in the goalkeeping position. But nevertheless, we do have a strong side. And as you can see, we are up in 5th currently. We'll see how things pan out after the next game as well. So we're in with a shout. Ideally, I'd like... not Euro Cup, but, Champions League. But that is, that may be a big ask, I guess is the point. Because, there's a lot of big teams above us. There are a couple of big teams below us too, but there are a lot of big teams above us. And though we are the strongest we've been, I would suggest we are still, not as strong as they are. So bearing that in mind, if we get Euro Cup, definitely a season 4. If we get, Champions League, definitely a season 4. But if we don't get into Europe this season, this is the final season of Forever Everton. Okay, here we go again. It is Everton at home to Manchester United. In goal, it's Laban again. Back 4 of Dean, Abraham, Holgate and Kenny. Defensive midfield, Berg. Central midfield, Almendra and Gomez. Left wing, Keane. Right wing, Anthony. And up front, it's Almada starting this time. So... passionately. We do owe Manchester United. You know what, let's do it for the fans. How about that? And I think that I also want to say I'm expecting solid defensive work out there. Because you were a bit naff last time, fellas. And go out there and make a difference, midfield. Alright, I think we are ready to go. Kick off. Everton in blue with the white shorts. Manchester United in the red with the black shorts. And we will go full match. Oh, look at that. I called it at 1 second. That's not bad, is it? Martial with a kick off. I'm hoping you have an awful game today, mate. After last time. Kenny. Anthony on the ball. Lovely run forward. Berg with the ball over. Too much for Keane, is it? Oh, he keeps it in. But he forces a corner. Almada to take it. Into the middle. And doesn't find anybody, really. That wasn't great, was it? That's one of my set pieces I need working on. Anyway, Rashford. Martial was offside. Alright then. That was a bit weird. Never mind. Holgate. With the free kick. Gomez to Anthony. Anthony plays quite well out on right wing. Quite well indeed. I'm going to say that. You watch, you'll have a poor game because I said that. Rashford coming forward. Well tackled, Almendra. Out to Anthony again. Anthony cutting in. Trying to get past his man. We're running at him a bit too much. I feel like maybe we should shoot on sight. Just because. Greenwood. Oh. Everton blocking it quite nicely. Let's demand more. Throw in for Man U. Holgate, Gomez, Almendra. Keane. Look at him go. Ball for Anthony. Oh, and Anthony, well, went in a bit hard there, didn't he? Let's go on to key highlights. You know, we haven't conceded a goal yet. I know it's only 6 minutes. Kenny, Berg, Almada, Anthony. Oh, Almada gets nothing from that. Rashford now. Tackled by Gomez. Gomez hasn't been getting the first team starts. He was obviously a top player for us in the first season, but the quality of players that we've brought in since meant that he's not guaranteed a spot every time. So, but when he plays, he does play. Yeah, let's get creative maybe. Let's try that. We've had a shot on. No team. Oh, we had a shot on target there too. We didn't get to see it, but that's nice. That's very nice indeed. Abraham and Holgate are playing well. Of course, Holgate had a bad game last time against Man U. Anthony's not doing fantastically, is he? And Gomez is getting his second yellow card. Well, crap. All right. Deep line, playing maker on support. See how it goes. What's the worst that could happen? You know what? Attack. We're going to have you on support. Kenny's going on attack. And let's... Oh, I don't know what to say. Go on, be an advance forward. Let's go nuts. Let's go nuts. I mean, look, we're having a better match stats. Gomez. I was just saying such nice things about you and you get yourself sent off. Hoi. Creative. Let's get creative. Alright, it's half time. It's 0-0. Everton are down to 10 men. Because Gomez got sent off. Alright. Assertive. It's time for everyone to dig in. Even if we come away with a draw, I'll be happy. Let's go through the whole you could improve business. I have faith. Almada, I'm keeping you as an advance forward. I'm not going to take you off just yet. Anthony, though, I might have to. Because he's not been enjoying it. Yeah, let's bring on Iwobi. Iwobi's not had quite the starts he would like. Oh, Dean. I don't really want to take you off. Suppose I could bring Gabam in and move Abraham out there, but I think we'll just keep that like that. And hope that you pick up a bit. Thiago Almada. Let's go. Let's get creative, boys. You know what? Holgate's looking pretty unfit there. Wasn't paying attention to that. I might have to take him off. Almendra puts it out wide. Iwobi's in the box. Cuts it short for Almada. Cuts it short, pulls it back, whatever you want to call it. He didn't get on the end of it. Let's take off Holgate. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to give it to Gabamin. He doesn't get enough games. Here we go again. 8 shots, 3 on target. Come on, boys, get creative. Let's do this. We only need 1 goal and to keep hold of it. 66 minutes, 0-0. You know what? I'm going to make more substitutions, actually. Let's take off Almada. For Fraser Hornby. That's right. Fraser Hornby, of course. Product of our youth team. He's got some potential to be a Premiership player. And he's shown some fairly decent improvement. He's had 1 start and 4 sub appearances and done nothing. So, and would much prefer to play a target man on support. But he's going to play as an advanced forward. That's what he's going to do. All right, that's our 3 subs. Let's go. Come on, Everton. Demand more. Throw in for Man United. Oh, Iwobi dispossesses. Goes past his man. He's on a run forward now. Has a go. But puts it straight at De Gea. Nice to see Laban's having a better time this time. Keane's looking knackered. I can't do anything about that though. Maddison with the corner. Oh, that was a close one. Push forward. Manchester United's corner again. Fernandes. Bruno. Puts into the side netting. Come on, Everton. Don't be frustrated. Fraser Hornby is already having a better game than Armada did, and it's over. It's 0-0, and we got a point. And you know what? 14 shots for 5 on target to their 15 and 4. That's better. Especially as we played most of that match, or at least, you know, the greater part of it without Gomez, because he's a naughty boy. All right, dressing room. Your efforts were excellent. Great result. Well done. So we'll finish up with the quickest of quick reviews, though I just wanted to show that John Joe Kenny has reached 100 games, or 100 league appearances actually, for Everton. So that's pretty good. Good for John Joe Kenny. Like I say, he has done well. He has been solid and he has been reliable, so I'm very happy with that. But if we take a look at things, we are still in the Euro places, Euro Cup 2 I believe they call it, which is great. Skin of our teeth I would suggest, but nevertheless it was nice to not lose in the second Man United game. Like I say, top team Man United, 2 games in 3 days is just silly. That was a bug, there's a mistake in there. There's not really a lot you can say beyond that, so we'll see how things progress from there. In terms of when we come back, though, I have yet to make a decision on this. Our next game, of course, is in the FA Cup 3rd round. We're, of course, out of the League Cup due to West Brom taking us to task 3-1. So, at the moment, whilst we are in the hunt for Europe, our only other trophy chances are the FA Cup, which is to go against Crystal Palace, who, of course, we drew with in the league last time we faced them. Fortunately, we are at home, so I do fancy our chances. Though we were at home when we drew 2-2, so we will see what happens. I'm not going to show you that game, it's too soon. Not sure when we'll be back, but it will be before the end of the season. If you enjoyed that, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.
We'll forever